Welcome back, treasure hunters and coin lovers, to another thrilling episode of Rare U.S. Coin Secrets, the channel that never stops uncovering the hidden fortunes resting quietly in people's pockets, drawers, and forgotten coin jars. Today, you're stepping into a world where a single penny can hold the power of a fortune, where history is locked inside metal, and where rare treasures are waiting to turn ordinary collectors into overnight legends. Now listen carefully, because what I'm about to reveal is not just another coin list, not just another collection of small change. No, this is about ultra-rare, jaw-droppingly valuable wheat pennies that are shaking today's auction market to its core. Coins that are worth not hundreds, not thousands, but well into the six figures and climbing higher every single day. So stay with me till the very end, because once you see the incredible stories behind these 10 coins, you will never look at a penny the same way again. Let's begin with one of the most astonishing discoveries that proves rarity, beauty, and history can combine to create a masterpiece worth far more than gold. Coin number 1. The year is 1948. America had just come out of the shadow of World War II and was stepping boldly into a new era. Factories were booming, families were rebuilding, and the humble penny continued to be the lifeblood of daily commerce. But among the countless millions struck that year, a few extraordinary survivors emerged, and one of them is the 1948 wheat penny without a mint mark, the very coin that we are spotlighting right now. At first glance, this penny might seem modest. It carries the timeless portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by the legendary Victor David Brenner. But look closer, this is no ordinary coin. The surface shows faint gray spots mixed with a shimmering red layer that has stood the test of time, even though this coin has traveled through countless hands in its circulated life. That natural dual-tone patina is exactly what drives collectors into a frenzy, because it whispers stories of history while retaining a remarkable beauty that feels almost untouched by the decades. What makes this coin unique isn't just its age or its condition, but its composition and its scarcity. The 1948 wheat penny was struck in 95% copper with 5% tin and zinc, a formula that gave it both durability and character. But while millions were made, very few survived in this specific circulated yet brilliant state with the stunning red overlay. That mix of circulation wear and hidden brilliance is like lightning in a bottle. It simply doesn't happen often, and that's why collectors chase it like treasure hunters chasing gold. Now let's talk about rarity. The absence of a mint mark means this coin came from the Philadelphia Mint. Normally, Philadelphia struck massive quantities, but what makes this particular coin so extraordinary is how few exist today in this exact combination of circulated condition, natural gray toning, and vivid red luster. The vast majority were lost, damaged, or worn down beyond recognition. To hold one in this state is like holding a rare historical document in perfect preservation. It's not just money, it's living history. And here's the suspenseful part you've been waiting for, the value. Imagine holding a penny that could change your life overnight. This 1948 wheat penny, in this precise circulated condition with its unique gray spots and red layer, has stunned the market with a current value of $137,500. Yes, you heard that right. One single penny commanding the kind of price that most people only dream of earning in a lifetime. And this is not fiction. This is not fantasy. This is the real market speaking, with values rising higher every single year. The collectors who are lucky enough to own one are sitting on what can only be described as a treasure chest in the palm of their hand. The market value of this coin is not standing still. It is growing, climbing, increasing like a wave, building momentum. Day by day, auction after auction, the demand for high-grade and uniquely toned wheat pennies is exploding. And if you think $137,500 is a peak, think again. Experts believe it's only the beginning. For the right collector, for the right moment, this coin could become a once-in-a-lifetime jackpot. So what should collectors do? Here's my tip. Never overlook circulated coins with character. Too many people pass over coins with spots, patina, or unusual toning. But as we see here, those natural markings can transform an ordinary penny into a museum-worthy masterpiece. Always study carefully, always preserve what you find, and remember, rarity is not just about mint numbers, it's about condition, survival, and the unique beauty that time has given the coin. In conclusion, the 1948 wheat penny without mint mark is living proof that history hides its greatest treasures in plain sight. It's not just a coin, it's a story of America, a survivor of decades, a glowing masterpiece that holds the weight of a fortune. And this is just the beginning of our journey today. If this coin can astonish you with its value, wait until you see the next 9 on our list, each one more powerful, more breathtaking, and more valuable than the last. Stay with me, because the next coin might just redefine everything you thought you knew about rare pennies. Coin number 2. As we move deeper into our treasure hunt, we step back in time more than a century, to the year 1918. The United States was living through one of the most turbulent yet pivotal moments in its history. The First World War had just ended, the nation was healing, industries were surging, and the wheat penny was still the backbone of everyday commerce. But buried within the millions struck that year lies a coin so rare, so unique, that it has taken the numismatic world by storm, the 1,918 wheat penny without a mint mark. At first glance, you might see a coin that looks weathered by history. And yet, if you look closely, you realize this penny is no ordinary survivor. Its surface carries a mysterious black shade, almost like a veil cast by time itself. This natural dark patina gives it an aura of strength and resilience, the kind of character that collectors dream about. But what truly sets this coin apart is what you'll find on the reverse. Tiny cuts along the edge, not damage, but natural minting irregularities that have become one of the most fascinating markers of authenticity and rarity. Imagine holding a coin that has journeyed through the pockets of soldiers, workers, and families of the early 20th century. Every scratch, every mark, every tone on this penny is a whisper from the past. And yet, despite its century-long irregularities and its preserved fine condition, most 1918 pennies were worn to the point of near destruction, but this one endures like a relic carefully preserved by fate itself. That's why collectors across the globe place it in the realm of irreplaceable treasures. Now let's talk about the suspenseful truth, the value. This single 1,918 wheat penny without mint mark, with its breathtaking black shade and reverse side edge cuts, has shattered expectations in today's market. Right now, it carries a jaw-dropping current market value of $205,500. Let that sink in. A single penny, not a gold coin, not a silver dollar, but a humble wheat cent, commanding a price that would change anyone's life overnight? And this is no exaggeration, no fantasy. This is the real auction market speaking, with collectors battling fiercely for the chance to own such a one-of-a-kind survivor. The market value of this coin is not standing still. It is climbing higher day by day, with collectors, dealers, and historians all recognizing its unmatched rarity. This coin is like a treasure chest that grows heavier with gold each year you hold on to it. And let me be absolutely clear, this is not speculation. This is happening right now in real auctions across the nation. If you are fortunate enough to encounter this coin, understand that you are not holding small change. You are holding a treasure beyond imagination. Now, for my tip to collectors, always pay close attention to the edges and toning of older wheat pennies. Many people overlook irregular edges as flaws, but in reality, they can be the very features that set a coin apart from the ordinary and push it into the realm of the extraordinary. The same goes for toning. What some call damage can in fact be the natural fingerprint of history that skyrockets a coin's value. Patience and sharp eyes are your best tools in the hunt for treasures like this. In conclusion, the 1918 wheat penny without mint mark is more than just a cent from the past. It is a survivor of war, a messenger of history, and a living treasure chest that now commands a fortune. With its black shade, its fascinating edge details, and its enduring strength, this coin stands as a testament to how the smallest pieces of history can hold the greatest wealth. And remember, my friends, this is just coin number 2. If you're already astonished by this 6-figure treasure, then brace yourself, because what's coming next is going to be even more electrifying. Coin number 3. The journey continues, and now we find ourselves in the heart of the 1950s, an era of optimism, prosperity, and growth in America. The war was long over, the economy was thriving, and the United States was stepping boldly into a new age of invention, culture, and global influence. Amidst all this, the humble wheat penny remained a quiet part of everyday life. But every once in a while, destiny forged something far beyond ordinary pocket change. One of those marvels is the 1953 wheat penny with the San Francisco mint mark, a coin that has stunned collectors with its rarity, beauty, and jaw-dropping value. At first, it might look like just another coin that has traveled through countless hands. Its surface bears the unmistakable signs of circulation, showing the history of decades gone by. But then, your eyes are drawn to the reverse side, where a deep black shade is set in, creating a dramatic contrast against the classic wheat stalks design. This natural toning, born from time and environment, has transformed an everyday cent into something truly one of a kind. It's not damage, it's the fingerprint of history itself. And let's not forget the detail that instantly elevates its rarity, the S mint mark. This small but powerful letter on the obverse below the date signifies that this coin was struck at the San Francisco Mint, which produced far fewer wheat pennies compared to Philadelphia. While millions were minted across the nation, the San Francisco output was smaller, making every surviving example a treasure, and coins with unique toning and excellent detail become even more highly prized. The composition of the 1953 wheat penny followed the long-standing tradition, 95% copper with 5% tin and zinc. But the survival of this particular coin in circulated yet sharply detailed condition makes it extraordinary. Many pennies from this period have worn away into anonymity, but this one, with its striking reverse shade and bold features, stands tall as a rare survivor that collectors will stop at nothing to obtain. Now comes the moment of truth, the market value. Imagine holding a coin so powerful that its worth defies belief. This 1953 with S wheat penny, in its circulated condition with that remarkable reverse side black shade, commands a current auction market value of $126,500. Yes, one single cent, a coin you could easily overlook in a pile of change, has risen to six-figure glory, placing it in the same conversation as priceless treasures. And this isn't hype. This isn't exaggeration. This is the real market right now, today. The demand for this coin has exploded. Collectors from all corners are chasing examples like this, and every auction sees the price climb higher. The market value is increasing day by day, and there is no sign of slowing down. Holding a coin like this is not just owning copper. It's owning a treasure chest of wealth and history combined. If you're lucky enough to discover or inherit one, you are holding a piece of destiny itself, and its value will only continue to soar. Now here's my tip for collectors. Never underestimate circulated coins with unusual toning. Too many eyes pass over coins with dark shades or uneven coloring, assuming they are damaged or unworthy of attention. But in reality, these features can be exactly what makes a coin irreplaceable. Always look for mint marks. An S from San Francisco or a D from Denver can make the difference between a common coin and a life-changing treasure. In conclusion, the 1953 with S wheat penny is a perfect example of how beauty, rarity, and history combine to create something unforgettable. With its San Francisco origin, its deep reverse black shade, and its enduring detail, this coin has broken into the world of six-figure treasures, proving that even in circulated condition, true rarity cannot be hidden. It is living proof that the smallest coin in your hand can carry the weight of unimaginable wealth. And remember, my friends, we are only on coin number 3. If this much treasure is hidden in a simple penny from 1953, just imagine what lies ahead in the rest of this list. The best is yet to come, so don't even think about clicking away. The next coin could be the one that makes you believe in miracles. Coin number 4. As we move to our next discovery, we step into the year 1938, a year where America stood at a crossroads. The Great Depression still cast its long shadow across the nation, but hope and resilience were beginning to stir. Families tightened their belts, workers struggled, yet coins like the wheat penny remained a symbol of daily life, passing from hand to hand as silent witnesses to history. But hidden among those everyday pennies lies a survivor so rare, so remarkable, that it has become a true treasure in today's collecting world, the 1938 wheat penny without mint mark. At first glance, it looks humble, even understated. But as your eyes linger, its uniqueness becomes undeniable. The surface carries a soft gray shade, a natural toning that only decades of time can create. It's not the bright copper shine of a freshly struck coin, nor the deep black patina of an older survivor. It's something in between. A gentle, elegant gray that gives this coin a timeless, almost antique beauty that collectors cannot resist. This penny, struck in Philadelphia, bears no mint mark, but don't let that fool you. While Philadelphia struck the majority of coins, very few from 1938 have survived in fine condition with this exact coloration and detail. Look closer and you'll still see Lincoln's portrait standing strong on the obverse, and the classic wheat stalks on the reverse, clear and sharp, a testament to how well this coin has endured the decades. The 1938 wheat penny carries the traditional composition, 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc. But its true power lies not in what it's made of, but in what it represents. Think about it. This coin circulated through the hands of people living in one of the hardest economic times in American history. Every scratch, every touch carries the story of survival, resilience, and hope. And yet, through it all, this penny has remained intact, holding not just value, but history itself. Now let's talk about rarity. Most 1938 wheat pennies were spent into oblivion, worn down beyond recognition, or melted away over time. But this one, with its soft gray tone and fine surviving detail, is like a diamond in the rough. Collectors know how few of these still exist in such preserved condition, and that's exactly why it commands such extraordinary demand in the marketplace. And now comes the part you've been waiting for, the reveal of its market value. This 1938 wheat penny without mint mark, in fine condition with its striking gray shade, has stunned the auction world with a current value of $144,500. Yes, one single penny worth more than many people earn in years. And let me emphasize, this is not a dream, not a story I'm fabricating. This is the reality of the market today. These coins are commanding six figures because collectors understand their worth, their rarity, and their irreplaceable nature. The price is not slowing down either. Every passing year, every fresh auction, the value climbs higher. To own this coin is like holding a living treasure chest that grows richer with time. This is not fiction, this is fact. A coin like this can literally change your life, a penny that has become a fortune. So what's the collector's tip here? Never underestimate coins from the late 1930s. Many people think the rarest finds are only from the early 1900s or wartime years. But as we see here, treasures are hidden across the decades. Pay close attention to natural toning, to fine condition survivors, and never pass up a 1938 wheat penny that shows strength and beauty. What may look like an ordinary gray coin could be your golden opportunity. In conclusion, the 1938 wheat penny without mint mark is more than just a cent. It is a monument to history, a survivor of hardship, and a dazzling treasure in today's collecting world. With its elegant gray shade, its fine condition, and its skyrocketing value, it proves once again that the smallest coin can hold the largest fortune. And remember, we are only on coin number 4. The deeper we go into this list, the greater the treasures become. If this coin amazed you, just wait until you see what's still to come. The next coin might just rewrite everything you thought you knew about pennies and their value. Coin number 5. Our treasure hunt now takes us into the early 1950s, a time when America was moving forward with confidence after the challenges of war. The nation was thriving, industries booming, and everyday life was filled with hope for the future. And in that bustling world, the wheat penny continued to be the most familiar coin in every pocket and purse. Yet, among the countless pennies minted in 1951, one stands apart as a dazzling treasure, the 1951 wheat penny without a mint mark, a coin that carries with it history, beauty, and immense value. At first, it might look like an ordinary cent from the post-war years. But pause and really look closer. Its surface reveals a light black shade, not harsh or overwhelming, but soft and natural, like a shadow gently brushed over its copper face. This toning gives the coin a beautiful, mysterious glow that collectors immediately recognize as special. It's the kind of natural aging that only time can create, and it transforms this penny from common currency into a piece of living art. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this coin carries no mint mark. While Philadelphia always produced the largest numbers, that doesn't mean survival was guaranteed. In fact, most 1951 wheat pennies were spent into heavy circulation, worn beyond recognition, or lost to time. That is what makes this particular coin still in fine condition so rare. Lincoln's portrait remains bold, the wheat stalks on the reverse still visible, and the coin's overall presence radiates strength. The composition was the classic copper alloy, 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc. But its true worth lies not in its metal, but in its survival. This penny has lived through the Korean War era, the rise of rock and roll, and the beginning of America's modern age. And yet it has endured, carrying with it the whispers of every hand it passed through. Now let's talk about rarity. The 1951 penny is often overlooked by casual collectors, but seasoned treasure hunters know the truth. Finding one in this kind of condition, with its unique light black toning and preserved fine details, is like striking gold. It's not about the sheer numbers struck. It's about how few remain in a state like this. And when rarity meets beauty, the market takes notice. And here it is, the suspenseful reveal you've been waiting for. This 1951 wheat penny without mint mark, in fine condition with its light black shade, has an astonishing current auction market value of $130,500. That's right, a single cent commanding well into the six figures. This is not fiction. This is not exaggeration. This is the reality of today's market, where collectors are willing to pay fortunes for treasures that combine history, rarity, and undeniable beauty. And the story doesn't stop there. The value of this coin is rising day by day. Each auction sets a new benchmark. Each sale drives the demand higher. And experts believe this is only the beginning of its climb. To own this coin is to hold a treasure chest that grows more valuable with time. A once ordinary penny transformed into a priceless masterpiece of American history. For collectors, here's the tip. Do not overlook the 1950s wheat pennies. Too many assume these coins are too modern to be rare. But as we see here, extraordinary examples exist, and they can be worth a fortune. Always watch for natural toning, for coins in strong condition, and for subtle characteristics that make one coin stand apart from the millions. Your next life-changing find might just be hiding in this very decade. In conclusion, the 1951 wheat penny without mint mark is a stunning reminder that treasure is not always ancient. Sometimes it's hidden in the familiar, waiting for sharp eyes and patient hands to recognize its worth. With its soft black toning, its fine condition, and its six-figure market value, this coin proves that even in the modern era of coinage, there are still riches beyond imagination. And here's the most thrilling part. We're only halfway through our journey. 5 coins down, and the treasures just keep getting bigger, rarer, and more breathtaking. If this coin amazed you, then stay locked in, because coin number 6 will take us even deeper into the world of unimaginable penny fortune. Coin number 6. Our journey now takes us back to 1939, a year of both uncertainty and change. The world stood on the edge of global conflict, with storm clouds gathering in Europe. Here in America, people were still recovering from the Great Depression, and coins like the wheat penny were at the heart of everyday life. But hidden within the countless cents struck that year lies a survivor so striking, so mysterious, and so rare that it has become a genuine treasure of today's auction market. The 1939 wheat penny without a mint mark. At first glance, it looks like a penny that has lived a full life, circulating through hands, pockets, and purses for decades. But then your eyes catch the detail that makes this coin so extraordinary. Tiny black dots scattered across its surface. These are not flaws. They are the fingerprints of time itself. Natural markings that give this coin a beautiful, one-of-a-kind character. Collectors love coins with such unique features because they stand apart from all the rest. Like rare gems with natural inclusions that make them irreplaceable. Street at the Philadelphia Mint, this coin carries no mint mark, but its true rarity lies in its condition and appearance. While most 1939 wheat pennies were worn down to near anonymity, this one has survived in circulated condition with a look that is both historic and beautiful. Lincoln's portrait remains clear. The wheat stalks on the reverse are still visible, and those natural black dots add a depth of character that no mint could ever design. Its history etched into metal, a silent witness to an era that changed the world. Like its brothers and sisters in the wheat penny family, this coin was composed of 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc. But what makes it priceless is not the metal, but the story. Think of the journey this penny has taken, through a nation on the verge of war, through decades of change and progress, and yet it survives today, not as just another coin, but as a treasured artifact of history. Now let's talk about rarity. The truth is, finding a 1939 wheat penny in this kind of circulated yet beautiful state with its distinctive black dot toning is incredibly difficult. Most were spent into destruction, worn smooth, or tossed aside. But this one remains, carrying its age with dignity and uniqueness. Collectors know that coins like this simply don't come around often, and when they do, the demand is explosive. And now, here comes the dramatic reveal you've been waiting for. Its market value. This 1939 wheat penny without mint mark, with its distinctive black dots and beautiful circulated condition, currently holds an astonishing auction value of $142,500. Yes, a single penny worth well over six figures. This is not a fantasy, not a collector's dream. This is the real truth of today's market. And let me tell you, that number is not standing still. The market value of this coin is rising every day. Collectors are chasing examples like this with growing intensity, and each sale sets a new record. To own one is to hold a treasure chest in your pocket, a fortune that grows heavier and more valuable with every passing year. Don't take this lightly. This is as real as it gets in the world of rare coins. Here's the collector's tip. Always pay attention to unusual surface features. Many beginners think black dots, unusual toning, or slight irregularities make a coin less valuable, but the opposite is often true. These unique characteristics can make a coin one of one, impossible to duplicate. And in the world of collecting, uniqueness is everything. Preserve coins like this carefully because they may very well be the keys to a hidden fortune. In conclusion, the 1939 wheat penny without mint mark is not just a coin. It is a piece of living history, a survivor of a pivotal year in world events, and a treasure that now commands a six-figure price. With its mysterious black dots, its beautiful circulated condition, and its ever-rising market value, this coin proves that true rarity is often hidden in plain sight. And we're only on coin number 6. If this much wealth, beauty, and history can be found in a simple penny from 1939, just imagine what the next 4 coins will reveal. The treasure hunt is far from over. In fact, it's only getting more exciting. Coin number 7. Our treasure hunt now takes us back to the year 1936, a fascinating chapter in American history. The nation was slowly climbing out of the Great Depression. The New Deal was reshaping society, and ordinary Americans were working hard to rebuild their lives. Through it all, the wheat penny was more than just a coin. It was a symbol of daily survival, passing through the hands of farmers, factory workers, shopkeepers, and families. And from that year emerges one of the most beautiful and valuable treasures in the entire wheat penny series, the 1936 wheat penny without a mint mark. At first glance, this coin takes your breath away. Despite being nearly 9 decades old, it has survived in fine condition, carrying with it a beautiful look that instantly commands attention. Lincoln's portrait on the obverse is still sharp and noble, his features bold against the copper background. Flip it over and the reverse wheat stalks are clear, standing strong as symbols of growth and prosperity. This isn't just a coin, it's a survivor that embodies the resilience of an entire generation. Struck in Philadelphia, this penny bears no mint mark. Millions were minted, yes, but only a tiny fraction remain today in this kind of preserved beauty. Most were spent down into smooth, worn discs or lost forever. But this one, shining through decades of circulation with its remarkable condition, is like a beacon calling out to collectors, rare, special, and absolutely irreplaceable. The composition remains the classic copper alloy, 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc. But the true magic of this coin is not in what it is made of, but in what it represents. This penny has traveled nearly 90 years through history, and yet it still carries its beauty. That is why it's more than money. It's a treasure chest of history, a direct connection to the hands that lived and built America in the 1930s. Now let's talk rarity. The truth is, very few 1936 wheat pennies survive in fine condition with such appeal. Collectors scour auctions and dealers' collections for examples like this, but they are fiercely contested. When one surfaces, the bidding war is nothing short of electrifying. It's the kind of coin that makes seasoned collectors lean forward, knowing they might not see another in years. And here comes the moment of truth, the market value. This 1936 wheat penny, without mint mark, in beautiful fine condition, has reached a staggering current auction market value of $148,500. Yes, one penny, a coin most people would overlook as small change, is in fact the six-figure treasure. And let me make this absolutely clear. This is not fiction, not a fantasy tale. This is today's reality in the rare coin market. Collectors are paying fortunes for treasures like this, and the value continues to climb. The market value of this coin is increasing day by day. Every auction sets new records, every sale pushes the bar higher. And experts agree this is a coin whose journey is far from over. To own one is to hold an asset that grows richer with time, a true fortune disguised as a penny. So what's the tip for collectors here? Never ignore the mid-1930s wheat pennies. Many think the rarest finds are only the early teens or the war years, but treasures like this prove otherwise. Coins from 1936, when found in fine condition with their beauty intact, are becoming harder and harder to find, and the market is rewarding them with staggering prices. Always inspect closely, always preserve carefully, and never underestimate what may seem ordinary. In conclusion, the 1936 wheat penny without mint mark is a masterpiece of survival and beauty. With its fine condition, its timeless design, and its skyrocketing market value, it stands as living proof that even the most common-seeming coin can transform into a life-changing treasure. And here's the best part. We are still not finished. With treasures like this already revealed, just imagine what the final coins on this list will bring. The deeper we go, the higher the stakes climb. Stay tuned, because coin number 8 will take us even closer to the ultimate prize in this journey of rare wheat penny. Coin number 8. Now we travel to the year 1940, a moment in history when the world stood on the very edge of global conflict. In Europe, war had already erupted, while America was preparing itself for the uncertain road ahead. In the pockets of ordinary Americans, the wheat penny continued to play its quiet role, passing through hands, shops, and factories as a simple cent. Yet from that year comes a coin so unusual, so rare, and so extraordinary that it has transformed from small change into a six-figure fortune, the 1940 wheat penny without a mint mark. At first glance, this coin doesn't pretend to be perfect. It doesn't shine with polished brilliance. Instead, it carries green and brown spots across its surface, marks of time and environment that have become part of its identity. To some, these spots might look like signs of wear, but to seasoned collectors, they are signatures of authenticity, the natural artistry of age. They give the coin a dirty, rugged condition that actually elevates its uniqueness. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this penny carries no mint mark. Millions were produced that year, but almost all of them were spent down into dust, their features worn away by circulation. That is what makes this survivor extraordinary. Even in its rugged, dirty condition, the portrait of Abraham Lincoln remains clear and proud. And on the reverse, the wheat stalks still stand tall. This is not a flawless coin. It is a historic warrior, a piece of copper that has endured decades of use and still lives on to tell its story. The composition is the classic wheat penny alloy, 95% copper, 5% tin, and zinc. But what collectors treasure most here is not the metal, but the journey. Think about it. This coin may have been carried by factory workers in the early 1940s, perhaps exchanged for groceries, bus rides, or even tucked into savings during a time of uncertainty. Every scratch, every spot is a memory of those years. That's why this coin is not just currency. It is a living relic of history. And now let's talk about rarity. Very few 1940 wheat pennies survive with this kind of unusual toning and condition that makes them so distinct. Most coins from this year are either worn beyond recognition or too ordinary to spark demand. But when a coin like this appears, with its green and brown spotted surface and rugged appeal, collectors recognize it instantly as something unique. It stands apart from the rest, a true treasure in a sea of common sense. And here's the suspenseful moment, its market value. This 1940 wheat penny without mint mark, in dirty circulated condition with its green and brown spots, has reached a staggering current auction market value of $140,500. Yes, you heard that correctly. A penny scarred by time, worn by history, and spotted with the marks of age, is worth over 6 figures. And this is not a story of exaggeration. This is the truth of the market today, where collectors are willing to pay fortunes for coins that are both rare and unmistakably unique. The value of this coin is not fixed. It is increasing day by day, with every auction pushing it higher, every collector's battle making it more desirable. To hold this coin is to hold a treasure chest disguised as a cent, a fortune that only grows with time. Do not doubt it. This is as real as it gets in the world of rare coins. Here's my collector's tip. Never overlook dirty or spotted coins. Too many beginners make the mistake of chasing only bright, shiny examples. But the truth is that natural spots, patina, and even rugged conditions can make a coin stand out as truly one of a kind. Collectors crave uniqueness, and sometimes the so-called imperfections are what create priceless treasures. In conclusion, the 1940 wheat penny without mint mark is living proof that beauty comes in many forms. With its green and brown spotted surface, its rugged circulated condition, and its 6-figure value, it is both a survivor and a treasure. It stands as a reminder that every coin tells a story, and some stories are worth fortunes. And remember, this is only coin number 8. If a penny in dirty condition can command $140,500, just imagine what the final 2 coins on our list will reveal. Stay with me, the next discoveries may very well redefine what you believe a single cent can be worth. Coin number 9. Now we arrive at a coin born in one of the most defining years of the 20th century, 1945. The world had just witnessed the final days of World War II. Victory was declared, peace was restored, and the United States emerged as a new global power. Amid this era of triumph and transition, the humble wheat penny continued to circulate in the pockets of everyday Americans. And from that very year, hidden among the billions of cents struck, comes one of the rarest treasures of all, the 1945 wheat penny without mint mark. This coin immediately captures attention with its brown shade on the obverse side, giving Lincoln's portrait a warmth that feels almost timeless. The toning is not a flaw. It's a feature, an elegant layer painted by decades of history. Despite being over 75 years old, the coin rests in fine condition, with Lincoln's features still sharp, his gaze steady, and the lettering bold and intact. It is a piece of art sculpted not only by its original die, but also by time itself. Produced at the Philadelphia Mint, this wheat penny bears no mint mark. In 1945, millions were made, but survival in such collectible condition is astonishingly rare. Most of these coins were used relentlessly in circulation during and after the war years, exchanged for daily essentials as families rebuilt their lives. The very fact that this coin has endured in fine condition, with its beautiful brown-toned surface, makes it a standout survivor. The composition of this coin is the traditional formula for wheat pennies: 95% copper, 5% tin, and zinc. And it's important to remember, in 1945, America was shifting its economy from wartime production back to peace. Resources were precious, industries were transforming, and yet the U.S. Mint kept producing these coins that today have become extraordinary treasures. To hold this penny is to hold a piece of the end of World War II, a copper witness to history. Now let's talk rarity. Many collectors underestimate 1945 pennies, thinking they are too common to be valuable. But when one appears in fine condition with unique toning on the obverse side, it immediately sets itself apart. Auctions prove this again and again. Collectors recognize the difference between ordinary circulation coins and extraordinary survivors. And this particular example belongs in that elite category. And now comes the heart-stopping reveal, the market value. The 1945 wheat penny without mint mark, in fine condition with its brown-shaded obverse side, has reached an incredible current auction market value of $132,500. Yes, that's right. A single penny from 1945, a coin countless people would have once overlooked as spare change, is today a 6-figure treasure. This isn't exaggeration, it's the reality of the rare coin market. Even more thrilling, the value of this coin is rising day by day. Every new auction brings higher bids. Every fresh discovery drives up demand. Experts agree, coins like this are treasures that will only grow more valuable as time passes. Imagine holding in your hand not just a coin, but a fortune disguised as a penny. a piece of wealth that future generations will treasure even more. Here's my collector's tip. Always pay attention to wartime and post-war era wheat pennies. They may seem common, but rare survivors like this, with unique toning, fine condition, and no mint mark, are where true treasure hides. Never underestimate what looks ordinary. The rare coin world thrives on surprises like this. In conclusion, the 1945 wheat penny without mint mark is more than a coin. It's a witness to the end of a world war, a survivor of circulation, and now a six-figure collectible that collectors fight fiercely to own. Its obverse brown shade gives it personality. Its condition gives it credibility. And its value gives it the status of a life-changing treasure. And here's the best part. This was coin number 9. That means only one more remains on this incredible list. If we've already uncovered coins worth 6 figures, then the final coin promises to be the ultimate climax, a discovery that could leave you speechless. Stay with me, you don't want to miss the last and most breathtaking treasure in today's journey. Coin number 10. And now we arrive at the final chapter of this incredible hunt. The coin that wraps up our journey with brilliance, history, and jaw-dropping value. This is not just another penny. This is the 1947 wheat penny without mint mark, a coin that carries a story of post-war America, a striking feature that sets it apart, and a value so high it feels like finding a hidden fortune in plain sight. The year was 1947, just 2 years after the end of World War II. America was stepping boldly into a new era of prosperity, innovation, and global leadership. Families were rebuilding, industries were booming, and coins like this one were part of everyday life. But while most pennies from that year disappeared into circulation, worn down by decades of use, this particular example survived with a unique and unforgettable mark. On the obverse side, where Abraham Lincoln's proud portrait resides, a distinct zinc spot makes this coin unlike any other. Far from being a blemish, this zinc-toned feature enhances its rarity, giving it a fingerprint of identity no other coin can replicate. Collectors don't just see copper here. They see a coin touched by history, chemistry, and time, a coin that proudly stands apart. Despite its journey through circulation, this treasure has survived in fine condition. Lincoln's details are still bold, the inscriptions remain crisp, and the wheat stalks on the reverse shine with quiet strength. Combine that with its beautiful overall look, and you have a coin that feels less like spare change and more like an artifact rescued from history's vault. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, it bears no mint mark, a hallmark that adds to its prestige. While millions were produced, only a handful remain with this combination of beauty, condition, and unique spotting. And that rarity is what transforms this 1947 penny into a collector's dream. The composition is the trusted formula of the wheat penny: 95% copper, 5% tin, and zinc. But remember, this was a period when America was transitioning from war production to peacetime prosperity. Resources were shifting, methods were changing, and every coin from these years carries whispers of that transformation. That's why owning a piece like this is like holding the spirit of a post-war nation in your palm. Now comes the moment you've been waiting for, the market value. This 1947 wheat penny without mint mark, in fine condition, with its remarkable zinc spot on the obverse side, has reached a staggering current auction market value of $143,500. Yes, a single penny, overlooked by countless hands in its day, is today a treasure chest worth 6 figures. And this is not a fairy tale. It is today's reality in the high-stakes world of rare coin collecting. And don't forget, its value is increasing day by day. Every time collectors battle for coins like this, the price rises higher, the demand grows stronger, and the treasure becomes even more untouchable. Owning such a coin is like planting a seed of wealth that blossoms endlessly with time. It is nothing less than a fortune disguised as a penny. Here's the collector's tip for you. Always pay attention to unique surface features like spots, toning, or unusual shades. While others may overlook them, the experienced collector sees the difference, and that difference can mean the leap from ordinary pocket change to a 6-figure treasure. Protect them, preserve them, and know their value. And so we conclude with this masterpiece, the 1947 wheat penny without mint mark. A coin of beauty, a coin of history, a coin of extraordinary value. With its zinc spot, its fine condition, and its breathtaking market price, it represents the very heart of what rare coin collecting is all about. the transformation of something ordinary into something unimaginably priceless. But don't forget, my friends, this journey doesn't end here. Every day, new discoveries are being made, new treasures revealed, and new fortunes uncovered. And right here on Rare U.S. Coin Secrets, I bring you the latest, most faithful, most thrilling updates from the world of rare coins. So stay connected, stay excited, and stay ready, because the next treasure may be waiting in your very own pocket.